Hello world, welcome back to another TAMUctf 2022 write-up video. In this video, we'll be walking through the web challenge serial killer. Let's get into it. I'm trying a new way to display files on my website. Can you try to break it for me? Okay, and they give us the link. And I'll go ahead and skip all the fancy stuff. Well, we'll check source first, of course. Nothing too crazy here. There's a static directory, which probably doesn't have anything in it. And it's forbidden anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, what you will notice is that there's actually a cookie, and it's a PHP SESSID cookie. And these usually hold session variables that keep you, like, as an admin or something. It's to store your session, essentially, right? But you'll notice this is in base64, and we can decode that base64. And clear all this up, and then we'll do base64. Nope, sorry, echo. Paste that in. That mod 3D is actually an equal sign, but it was URL encoded, so it gave it the character encoding for the equal sign. Put that into base64 tag D. And as the title of this challenge kind of hinted at, this is a serialization, a PHP object serialization challenge. So we basically need to bypass this in order to get the flag. And if we come back over here to our challenge prompt, we'll see this tip down here that says the flag is located in etc password, which makes it easier. So now we don't have to set up like our own HTTP server and then grab the traffic or whatever as we do this. We can actually solve this purely in Burp Suite. So that's what we're going to do. So let me go ahead and actually grab the challenge link and we'll go over to Burp Suite. Next, start Burp. Okie dokie. We're gonna do proxy, our open browser. Bring this over here. And let's go ahead and make some of our font sizes a little bigger. Why don't we? So let's do display. See, that's fine. Let's change this to, 18's good. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll just put that in there. Okay, go back to our proxy, and then we'll, of course, take this and send it to the repeater. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and send this first run just to see what we get. And we get that. All right, expand this out a bit. Let's do that. And so now what do we need to do? I want to dock this to the right. Here we go. Okay, so we have our base64 string right here. So we'll take this actually and we'll send it to the decoder. And this is pretty nifty because now we can decode as URL, right? So we can get our little equal sign and then we can decode as base64. Okay, now we can play around with it. So how this PHP object is kind of set up is you have your object function essentially, right? And whenever you see a number, it's usually in reference to how many or how long the string following it is. So you'll notice this 7 is actually the length of get page, which is 7 characters. Then you have a 1 here because it's only referencing one object, which is inside this curly braces right here. Then you have a string 4, which is file. So that's obviously defining what type of file it's trying to get. And then you have a string of 10, which is index.html, which if you count that will be 10 characters. So we need to get etc password. So why don't we just do /etc/passwd here, right? Now remember, we need to match the length. So if we count this, it should be 11 characters. So we need to change our 10 to an 11. And then we'll encode it as base64. And unfortunately, it turns it to yellow, so you can't really see it. But no matter. We'll take that, we'll go to our repeater, and we'll paste that in place of this. And don't worry, we don't need to re-URL encode it. It's fine, it works. It'll URL encode by default for us. Send that. Okay, we got some include errors. So include /var/www/html, which is the directory we're in, right? //etc/passwd, failed to open stream, no such file or directory. Well, of course, this doesn't exist. We actually need to back out to the root system directory, right? Or the system root directory. So we can do that by doing 3 .. right? Because dot dot brings us up one directory. So we'll go back to the decoder, and that is exactly what we'll do. First, we'll get this more visible again, and then we'll do, let's see, dot dot slash, dot dot slash, dot dot slash. And then that'll bring it up to, let's see, that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so that's 19 characters. So let's change our 11 to a 19. And we'll encode as base64 again. Grab that. Go back to our repeater. And let's shift the decoder over one so it's easier to get to. And then we'll send that instead. Oh, we got a new message. You should not be doing that. So there's some kind of filter check on this. So with include, it's pretty malleable. There's usually a way around it because a lot of times include is just never secured in every way possible. And the way that we're going to do that is we're simply going to just URL encode the forward slashes. And we know the dots work because the dot in index.html works. So we don't need to URL encode those, but we do need to URL encode the slashes at the very least. And so a forward slash in URL code will be mod2f. And you can look that up on any kind of character encoding chart for URLs. And then we'll need to account for all of those encoded characters. So we now have a string of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So now we need to change our S value out to the left here to 27. We'll re-encode it. And then we'll grab that. Go back to our repeater. Paste that in. And with any luck, if it ever loads, there's Etsy Pass WD, and there's our flag, Gig'em Interesting LFI Vuln. So we'll take that, and we'll come back to our Tamu, submit that, and solve it. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Turn on post notifications to get regular injections of cyber content directly into your feed. Check out our Patreon, join our Discord, and follow us on Twitter. Links in the description box down below. And leave any feedback or questions in the comments section down below. This is Almond Milk. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.